Jesus Christ, I'm hit, he said, and died. Whether he vainly cursed or prayed, indeed, the bullets chirped in vain, vain, vain. And the machine guns chuckled, tut-tut, tut-tut, and the big gun guffawed. Another sighed, oh, mother, mother, dad. Then smiled at nothing, childlike, being dead. And the lofty shrapnel cloud leisurely gestured, fool! And the splinters spat and tittered. My love, one moaned. Love languid seemed his mood, till slowly lowered his whole face kissed the mud. And the bayonet's long teeth grinned. Rabbles of shells hooted and groaned, and the gas hissed.
"5 p.m. on the nose. They open their mouths and it rolls out. High, shrill, and metallic. First the boy, then his sister. Occasionally they both let loose at once, and I think of putting on my shoes to go up and see whether it is merely an experiment their parents have been conducting upon the good crystal, which must surely lie shattered to dust on the floor. Maybe the mother is still proud of the 4 pink lungs she nursed to such might. Perhaps if they hit the magic decibel, the whole building will lift off and will ride to glory like Elijah. If this is it, if this is what their cries are cocked toward, let the sky patch from blue to red to molten gold to black. Let the heaven we inherit approach, whether it's our dead in Old Testament robes, or a door opening onto the whirling infinity of space, whether it will bend down to greet us like a flower, or swallow us like a furnace. I'm ready to meet what refuses to let us keep anything for long, what teases us with blessings, bends us with grief, wizard thief, the great wind rushing to knock our mirrors to the floor to sweep our short lives clean. How mean a racket seems beside it. My stereo on shuffle, the neighbor chopping onions through a wall, all of it, just a hiccup against what may never come from us. And the kids upstairs, still at it, screaming like the dawn of man, as if something they have no name for has begun to insist upon being born.
Time does not bring relief. You all have lied who told me time would ease me of my pain. I miss him in the weeping of the rain. I want him at the shrinking of the tide. The old snows melt from every mountainside, and last year's leaves are smoke in every lane. But last year's bitter loving must remain, heaped on my heart, and my old thoughts abide. There are 100 places where I feared to go, so with his memory they brim. And entering with relief some quiet place where never fell his foot or shone his face, I say there is no memory of him here, and so stand stricken, so remembering him.
One night, not long after the disaster, as our train was passing Astor, the car door opened with a shudder, and a girl came flying down the aisle. Hair that looked to be all feathers and a half-moon smile, making open air of our small car. The crowd ignored her, or they muttered, "Hey, excuse me," as they passed her, when the train had paused at Rector. The specter crowed, "Excuse me," swiftly turned and ran back up the corridor, then stopped for me. We dove under the river. She took my head between her fingers, squeezing till the birds began to stir. And then, from out my eyes and ears, a flock came forth. I couldn't think, or hear, or breathe, or see within that feathered world. So silently I thanked her. Such things were common after the disaster.